Hi, my name is Jamie Paris with Integration Development, and today we're excited to show you how to set up and install our new Integrator Tools for Control4 and explain why we created it. As both a software developer and a full-fledged Control4 installation business, we approach driver development with two main goals in mind. First, we're always looking to enhance the client experience as well as improve the time it takes to program and install, and also make it easy enough for even the most basic level technician to be able to do it. The purpose of this driver was to improve how Control4 sends notifications and monitors your client's project. Our Integrator Tools is an evolution of several existing SynDev drivers, including the following. Instead of managing multiple drivers, we decided to combine them into one powerful all-in-one driver. Now let's go ahead and get into the setup. Once a driver is loaded, you'll work in the agent section of Control4, not by adding the driver into the room. So once you're in the agent section, you go ahead and just hit the add button. Here you'll see the SynDev Integrator Tools. You'll just double click that and it'll load it into the project. Now that it's loaded into the project, you might see here where you might have some conflicting drivers. Here it found four. It found the Email Plus agent, the Login agent, the Voice agent, and Dealer agent. System design, where I have those previous agents were installed. I'm going to go ahead and delete those now and be right back. Now that those agents are gone, you'll see back in the agents section that warning no longer shows up. Now we're ready to configure the driver. Let's first start with our email. You'll see we've created 4 different email groups for you. We have the owner, integrator, manager, and other. We also added in default subject lines for the client, default subject lines for the integrator. So once you have the emails put in, you're ready to go. Next up, we have our push notifications. We pretty much have these already set up for you. We have it going to the security category, the alert severity, and we created a default subject line for you as well. Again, you can test them down here. Next up, we have our text to voice. We gave you 3 different output options. You could either do it as an announcement to your Control4 touchscreens or to Sonos speakers. Let's go ahead and just do it as an announcement. And once you hit create new announcement and hit set, in the announcement agent, you'll see SynDev Integrator Tools template. Here you would just add in the rooms or touchscreens you'd want the notification to go to, and you're done. Finally, with our text to voice notification, you can select what language model you want, the gender, and the voice model. If you want to hear what those sound like, just click on this link and it'll take you to a website where you'll be able to hear all those voices. Next up, we have our Navigator pop-ups. You'd only need these if you have touchscreens in your project, but if you do, you can select them here. Also with this, you'll be able to set the display time for the message, if you want the OK button to show up or not, and you can also include a dealer logo. The final configuration is hardware and system notifications. As you see here, our driver looks for 10 different items in the project. Let's just go over project loaded right now, and we'll go over the rest later in the video. Each one of these notifications allows you to send a push alert, an email to the owner, integrator, manager, other, also a voice alert or a Navigator pop-up. Once you've configured all these items, now you're ready for programming. So to just show you a simple programming and how our driver works, I went ahead and selected we're going to go just to a camera here. We're going to say when a package is detected. On the action side, you'll want to select SynDev Integrator Tools to device specific command. And we already have some pre-built ones in here for you. So you can say package has arrived. I want to send it as a push alert. I want to send it as a voice alert. I also want to include the snapshot on my push notification. So you can just hit OK, double click, you're done. That's how easy it is to program notifications in our driver. We also wanted to add some other programming features in here. We added in the ability to change your LED backlights easily, to change the ambient light profile settings for the backlights, to change LED status colors. We also added in the ability for turn all rooms off with AV lighting and closing shades functionality. We also added in the ability to start a flashing lights simulation for, let's say, when your house is an alarm, and then to stop it. But now let's go back to finish the video off by showing you each one of those notifications and why we created them. Again, here are the 10 items our driver checks for. There's 7 project level things it looks for, and 3 hardware level items. When we made this driver, we were thinking of our service department. We wanted to create a tool to be able to send notifications to our service department about our projects to give them certain status items on our project. Here is an example of the emails that our service department would get. It would start off by the Control4 project name on top. In this example, it would show us that someone's logged into their project locally, that they had a low battery in their loft, and that the Sonos C4 driver has been updated. This could be useful in helping you know if a competitor is logged into one of your projects, if they have low batteries and you can sell them a service call, or if a driver updated causing their Sonos to stop working, things like that. To get into these a little bit more detail, our project loaded is useful for identifying system downtime, while the project updated, you can just receive alerts for project updates to correlate changes with potential issues. We also added in composer logins and logout. That way you can know if somebody's logged in remotely or locally. It's good for the dealer as well as the customer. Our driver also checks to see if any drivers have been updated, added, or removed. We also check for hardware notifications on lighting. It detects issues like short circuits, overheating, and wattage problems. On thermostats, it just checks for thermostat errors. And then on batteries, it just lets you know if there's any low battery alerts inside the project. That's it for the video. We really appreciate you watching. If you have any comments on things you'd like to see added to the driver, please leave them below. If you'd like a demo, you can please email me at jamiep@syndev.com, and I'd be happy to go over this with your team in more detail.